Dear friends, hello. Wherever you are, I hope that you are safe. I hope that you can find wisdom, your inner resources, and we will all get through this. This week, we are starting with our relationship astrology course. It starts on Sunday, and I would like to invite everybody to join us for free for the first open lecture. You can check the link below for our Zoom meeting. I will try to stream it on YouTube, but we'll see how this goes. So to make sure you are joining us, you can check the link below. And of course, please join the whole training if you feel like it's the time for you. And if you are wondering in the midst of all of this, is it okay to think about love, to learn about love? I think that the answer is a huge yes. Of course, this training was planned earlier and the world was different then. But I think that when things are hard, love can really bring us understanding, healing, and it's so important. And it's kind of like the antidote of the other stuff. So join us to connect to the energy of love. You will find the links again in the description below. Next week is interesting and intense and potentially very transformative. We will have a full moon on Friday. And this full moon, first of all, is very important because Pluto will play a huge role. Pluto will have an exact sextile with the sun and exact trine with the moon. And this is pretty empowering. It's an incredible opportunity for transformation, for healing, for also finding our inner strength. And I think that Pluto is a planet that now we really need. Pluto is the crisis manager, the planet which fuels you with energy when things are hard or critical or even dangerous or whatever, extreme changes are happening. So I would highly recommend you, first of all, to check what is currently the transit Pluto triggering in your chart. Are there any aspects? What is the situation? But also analyze this full moon because Pluto is part of it and see how you can tap into this empowerment. You might want to also check the status of your natal Pluto and try to connect with this energy. Pay attention to the house position, to the aspects, to the general status of Pluto. And by connecting to this energy, you will find more resources within yourself to handle with critical situations. And every tiny bit helps. Keep in mind that right now in the collective consciousness, we have so much of this. We know what that is, so I won't even say the words. We have even more triggered from the collective subconsciousness. Back from history, everything that our ancestors have been through, it's all triggered right now. So it's normal if you feel shaken, but keep in mind that in the midst of the biggest challenges, we can find our deepest strength and resource. And again, Pluto is a planet which is much needed in this. So this full moon can and hopefully will allow us to transform whatever we can and to find the needed strength and resources. The other big shift at the end of the week, so on Sunday, is because we have an equinox. So the sun is moving to Aries. And as much as I really love the Pisces energy, which right now is so abundant with the Sun and Mercury and Jupiter and Neptune all in Pisces, which from one side can be great, but from another side, it can make us feel too vulnerable, too even unstable, sometimes dependent, oversensitive for sure. So I think that this ingression of the Sun into Aries can help with feeling again stronger, empowered, motivated to take action. The Pisces energy won't disappear. Jupiter will be there during the whole year. Neptune will be there for even longer. Mercury will be there for the next couple of weeks. So I'm not saying give up on your sensitivity or empathy or compassion or creativity. Absolutely not. But the ingression of the Sun into Aries can kind of like bring a little bit of a reset, because this is kind of like restarting of the Sun's journey. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So this is actually the astrological new year. And I hope that we will find this energy and resource and motivation and courage and all of the beautiful things that Aries can bring. And not so much of the challenging, which are about competition, aggression, confrontation, too much impatience. I hope that we will be able to leave this energy on the bench for a little bit and tap into the more creative and more needed right now. Now, let's go back a little bit and start from Monday. On Monday, we have Venus in a minor challenging aspect with Neptune, which can make us again very sensitive, very emotional. We can feel more vulnerable, we can be emotionally too open. But this is also a great aspect for creativity, for connecting to our sensitive nature and nurturing ourselves. The other aspect, which is also interesting on Monday, is a positive one between, again, Venus, but also Mercury. We will have a semi-sextile. And this is a great aspect for expressing how you feel, your emotions, your state, your values. And for negotiations, for the ability to be more diplomatic, this position is also very helpful. The moon will be in Leo, which means that we can also step into our true enthusiasm, passion, to do something, to enjoy life. Yes, now more than ever, we need to enjoy and value life. And the sun is the main source of energy and life, at least here on the earth. So the moon triggering the sun sign can remind us about this. Enjoy life, enjoy every little bit of it, which doesn't mean, of course, that we shouldn't try to make things better and all the other stuff, which are also true. So Monday is this interesting day of having some of the oversensitive energy, but also the ability to find the balance between the heart and the mind, Mercury and Venus. On Tuesday, the moon is still in Leo, and this is also a day when we can feel courageous, enthusiastic, we can do something we love, and it's okay to pay attention to ourselves. It's actually much recommended. The only issue we have is that the moon will have an opposition with Saturn, so we need to be patient, we need to be perhaps mindful and cautious, and maybe even accept some kind of delays or limitations. And even though we have those things, we can still enjoy life. So that's the message about Tuesday. On Wednesday, Mars is having a semi-square with Neptune. So basically Mars repeats the same aspect that Venus is having on Monday. On Monday, Venus have the semi-square with Neptune. On Wednesday, Mars, following the steps of Venus. You know that Mars and Venus have been moving together for a really long time now. And this is a time when we might feel confused about what actions we should take, which is the next right step. What are we supposed to do? Mars with Neptune may feel sometimes lazy or demotivated or confused. But the solution, if you want to get out of this state, is to think about, no, I will correct myself, to feel about what do you want to do? Not to push yourself, not to try to, we have this, I must do this, I have to do this. This is the Saturn approach. Neptune will reject this completely. Try to feel what feels nice, what feels important, what will make you feel nurtured. That's what you should do on Wednesday. And we will have some support from the moon in Virgo, which can bring a little bit of groundedness and practicality and connection with reality and ability to also do something meaningful and productive. Thursday is especially interesting, my friends, because we have quite different energies. If the first 3 days are more kind of Neptunian, then on Thursday we have more Uranus energy, much more Uranus energy. There will be a sextile between Mercury and Uranus, which is a major positive aspect. And it's a great one for changes, for positive news, for more excitement, for looking at things from a different perspective. And potentially this is also a time when we may have insights, when we might be even more creative. And allow your mind to go bigger and larger. That's recommended. Uranus is about thinking out of the box. And Mercury in this situation is a little chaotic. Mercury is in Pisces. So we can be a little bit like floating through some kind of ideas, through some kind of concepts or visions. Allow things to be that way, but also connect with this Uranus impulse, the impulse of something new, of something futuristic, of something bright, something that will make you feel excited and alive. So this can be a very creative energy of change. The other aspect, again on Thursday, is between the Sun and Uranus. This will be a minor challenging aspect. So there might be some surprises, something that can be even a little shocking, something that can push you a little bit and kind of like require from you. You need to respond, and it needs to be fast, and it needs to be in a new way. That is the message of the Sun and Uranus. Be with it, stay with it, go with it. Keep in mind that also Mercury is having a minor challenging aspect with Pluto again on Thursday. So it's also important to be serious about things and to go deeper, to transform whatever needs to be transformed, to also be mindful about the darker side of things. But again, having something dark doesn't mean that there isn't light. This is such a nice metaphor for this aspect, or actually this aspect combination on Thursday. So Mercury having major positive aspect with Uranus and minor challenging aspect with Pluto. So there is some darkness somewhere, like probably there always will be in our duality-based world. There is also light. There is brightness, there is meaning. And we need to hold space for both of those. The moon is in Virgo on Thursday as well. So be focused on practical things, do something about it, stay grounded. Friday comes with the full moon. So one of the most important events of the whole month, actually. The full moon can be a culmination of something, a time of letting go, a time of change, and very important also, a time to look from the different sides. The full moon is a great reminder that two polarities always share something. And black or white is a concept that is not necessarily appropriate. So it's a great time to, again, hold space for all of the contradictions that we have in our life and in our world, and especially right now in those times. So find the balance between the heart and the mind. Virgo and Pisces, the two signs of the full moon. Tune into your compassion and empathy and sensitivity. And at the same time, keep also the practical perspective, the groundedness of your mind. And Pluto is playing a major role. Pluto will have an exact sextile with the sun. So we can feel empowered. We can feel the support of something which is much bigger than ourselves. That is Pluto. That is the support of your ancestors. That is everything that is in the collective field. There is a lot in the collective field. Yes, that's true. But that is also where we can find strength and courage and this transformation that is much needed. So, yeah, breathe, stay with this energy, let it transform you. On Saturday, we have a square between Venus and Uranus. So the emotional changes and surprises continue. There might be some kind of instability in relationships. Things can be intense, surprising, sometimes even a little bit too much. And what is actually very interesting about this combination is that Uranus and Venus are having a mutual reception at this point. Venus is ruling Uranus, Uranus is ruling Venus. So they are together. There is some friction, of course, because of the square. But this is, such a romantic combination. Both Venus and Uranus are so romantic. So it's time to think about our values, our ideals. But remain this practical Taurus level of perspective, and also embrace the Aquarius energy and perspective, which is about raising above and connecting with something bigger and also connecting with the future. So on certain level, this aspect can bring stress, mostly in terms of emotions, relationships, financial things, maybe even social media stuff, communication. That is true. But on a higher level, we can really get into this beautiful concept. The moon will be in Libra on Saturday, which is about finding the balance. Again, looking from the different perspectives, and finding or keep searching for the harmony and the beauty. And on Sunday, we have the equinox. So the new astrology year is coming. And hopefully this will be a reset, a new phase, a new level of being and existing and living. And yeah, I hope you all find what you need at this point, this new beginning and this strength and empowerment, and also focus on yourself. The moon will be in Libra until the first half of the day. So it's kind of the easier part of the day, and great for doing the things that you love or being with the people you love. And afternoon, the moon will shift to Scorpio, which of course will raise the level of intensity and can make things a little bit too much. That is happening every month when the moon moves to Scorpio. So prepare for this intensity, but also keep in mind that this is a great time also for transformation. So doing a yoga practice, an energy practice, anything else that resonates with you. If you like Reiki, please do that. If you like Theta healing, please do that. Whatever you like, energy work can help a lot. So that, my friends, is our weekly perspective. Please join us for our free open session on Sunday about relationship astrology and honestly about love. We will talk about love from an astrology, a spiritual perspective. It will be a journey. It will be worth it. And yeah, I hope you will find also love for yourself. That's where we all need to start. Have a beautiful week, my friends. Stay grounded, courageous, empowered, and sensitive. Don't shut this part of yourselves. Everything happens for a reason, and it's all part of the bigger plan. Have faith, my friends. I want to thank you for joining me, and I will see you very soon. Bye.